What is going on, guys? Today I bring you another episode of the Journey to National Master. As you can see by the title, I have a big announcement to make, but I'm gonna leave it until to the end of the video, so stay tuned, watch everything so you can check out what I have to tell you. So yeah, this game was the fourth round of the third division, national division, and we were paired up against the Beira-Mar. I was playing in board 1 with a white piece, so let's see. My opponent was Duarte Lima, 1629, so pretty much the same rating as me. And let's see how the game proceeded. So, I opened with d4, my opponent went knight f6, and here I played bishop g5, which is the Trompowsky attack. Very uncommon, very weird looking move. Just attacking the knight immediately, and yeah, I kind of looked at some things, and I kind of liked it because it can lead to calm positions, where you just simply take on f6 when you have the chance, or it can lead to very attacking and unbalanced and sharp positions if black tries to gain more than the equality. So yeah, here my opponent goes knight e4, which I think is the main move. And here I play h4, which is a very aggressive option, the Raptor variation and of the Trompowsky. And here my opponent played d5, which is a good move, just stabilizing the knight in the center. I played knight bd2, trying to develop and just ask the question, what do you want to do with this knight? And here my opponent played knight takes g5 and h takes g5. And yeah, this at first might look a little bit weird, like why do you just double your pawn so early? You give up the bishop pair so early, you double your pawns, like your structure is kind of ruined. And all those things are true, but with this opening, I mean, white just tries to unbalance things and to try to complicate matters as soon as possible. Okay, the h file is open. Maybe sometimes g6 might be a threat because black can never take with the h pawn. He has to take with f pawn, damaging his structure, opening his king. And I already have a piece developed, and my opponent still doesn't have a piece developed. My pawns are a bit weird here on the g file, but it's a game. It's just the computer just says it's all zeros, like it's not a big deal. Here my opponent goes c5, which is a very interesting move and aggressive. Here I still was in preparation. I knew that the best option is to take on c5, which kind of looks weird because it allows my opponent to gain the center with e5 or e6. My opponent went e5, and I still knew that the best move was e4, so I was very happy with the resulting position out of the opening, because I was still in preparation, sort of. And here my preparation ended. I didn't really know the rest, but I knew that I knew that this had to be good for white. And yeah, I was happy with the position here. Of course, there's a lot of things going on, and it's already a very sharp position in my opinion, because the black can try to grab the g5 pawn, for example, but the thing is that this pawn on d5 is hanging, but this pawn on c5 is also hanging, something like this, and maybe castles. But knight e4 comes, and attacking the queen, attacking the bishop. It's already very sharp and very interesting in my opinion. Also, with e4, the pawn on c5 is still hanging as well. Something like this might happen in the game, and yeah, it's very interesting. Knight f3, maybe like e4 here, but e4 allows bishop c4, attacking the queen, gaining a tempo. And yeah, it is a very double-edged position here. Queen e2, for example, and it's a big mess out of the opening. And yeah, my opponent here played d4, which looks natural, you know, trying to close things and still have the threats of bishop c5 or queen takes g5. But here this move on d4 allows me to develop another piece, so I'm really I really have a big lead in development. I already have my knights developed. My pawns are looking a little bit loose, but you know, I have the h file. I have some nice position, and here the computer already screams like big advantage for white. But it's not so simple, because in these complicated positions, like a slight mistake can bring all the advantage away. So you have to be kind of precise, and already it's a very important moment in the game. Here my opponent played knight c6. If my opponent took the pawn on c5 here, I don't think this is that good, because I just take on e5, and even if it takes on g5 here, I have bishop b5 check, and like it's very uncomfortable for him. Knight c6, I was out of prep, and I was trying to figure out what would be the best way to continue, and I found the best move, which is bishop b5. Again, threatening to take on e5 because the knight is pinned here. And my opponent quickly played bishop g4. And here I had a big think, because yeah, I didn't really know exactly what to do. At first I thought, okay, my opponent is threatening a queen takes on g5, but not really, because if my opponent plays queen takes on g5, I take with the knight, he takes my queen on d1, and then I take the bishop, and he can't take the knight, so I'm up a piece. So okay, that doesn't work for him. And I thought, okay, maybe he's trying to play bishop e7 and okay, attacking this pawn, and now he's threatening to take the pawn. But if that happened, bishop e7 happened, you can, and it's a good time to sacrifice the pawn with g6, forcing f takes on g6 and kind of opening his king. And now it's risky for him to castle kingside, and even queenside is a bit weird, you know. And but like, yeah, I also thought about something like queen e2, but queen e2, I mean, looks kind of good, trying to castle, but this pawn on c5 is hanging. Yeah, it's a very weird position. I didn't really know what would be the best way to continue, honestly. This pin on my knight on f3, it's very annoying for me. Also, yeah, I was a bit uncomfortable, because yeah, I didn't really know what I should actually do. Should I try to keep the pawn with b4? That didn't look natural to me. That looked a little bit too much. Yeah, I also thought about rook h4, which I ended up playing. And I thought, okay, I mean, rook h4, I don't know if it's the best move, but I thought it was a good move, because it would force the bishop to move. I was expecting bishop takes on f3, and after knight takes on f3, I was thinking something like bishop e7, and I would probably be able to play something like rook g4, and yeah, the pawn on g5 is defended. But yeah, it's kind of a weird position. Maybe I can play queen e2 and castle or something like that. Yeah, I was really not sure what would be the best move and the best way to deal with the position. Even though I got what I wanted in the opening, I was really struggling with finding a move. Here the best move is b4, just saying, okay, I'm up a pawn, proof compensation, and yeah, there's no direct way for black to win back the pawn. I mean, there's bishop e7 here, but yeah, the computer doesn't even like g6 that much. The computer likes knight c4 here, and after bishop takes on g5, just says knight d6 check, which yeah, I totally didn't even consider. Still, the computer still thinks that I'm okay, then I'm more than fine actually. That's how good my position was in the end here. My opponent quickly took on f3, and I just recaptured with a knight. That was my plan, and I was expecting bishop e7, as I said. And to my surprise, my opponent, I was still writing the move, I was still writing the move on my score sheet. And when I look on the board, my opponent already played queen a5 check, and I just look at the board and I'm like, I just blundered a piece. What? All of this that I was thinking and calculating for nothing, just blundering a piece? And like, my genuine reaction, I was just confused. I just couldn't believe that I just blundered a piece like this. And yeah, it's true, I'm completely lost. I just blundered the piece in the most basic way. Yeah, here, I played knight d2, and the game quickly ended because I don't even have compensation for the piece. It's that bad. And the game kind of ended like this. But yeah, here, after rook h4, I just didn't even realize that after knight takes, like, he's threatening this check. Yeah, I completely missed this. I had to play queen takes f3 here, and yeah, after something like a bishop takes on c5, I would have queen f5 threatening this, bishop d6, and we have a game of chess. The game continues. Maybe, I don't know, I can castle long, and this is a game of chess, a balanced game of chess. But I'm still like confused, honestly. How can I blunder such a thing? And yeah, it's very disappointing. But I mean, I'm just playing some really bad chess lately. I don't know what's going on in my mind during these games. But yeah, my team actually ended up winning, which is, thank God, which is very good. But yeah, I'm just playing so bad. Really feel sorry for my team to have such a bad board one on me. Like, goddamn. But it is what it is. I mean, the game, we actually ended up winning 2.5 to 1.5. So I was the only one losing. Thank God. So the big announcement is that I'm very excited for is that I'm gonna play my first tournament outside Portugal. So I'm gonna actually, on the 1st of April until the 8th of April, I'm gonna play in Spain in a very, very strong tournament, classical tournament of 9 rounds in San Sebastian. I'm gonna leave some pictures so you guys can see the competition that is ahead of me. So very strong players, GMs, IMs, FMs, and yeah, you can see my ranking. I'm like 92 in the rankings, I think. And yeah, it's gonna be very tough, but 9 rounds, there's gonna be plenty chess. And yeah, I hope that I can find my groove again, my mojo, and I can start winning again. Because yeah, this is very, very sad to be losing like 3 times in a row. And yeah, I'm very excited for the tournament, my first like tournament outside Portugal. I'm gonna travel with my teammates, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Also, I'm gonna have a lot of videos to show you guys, and hopefully some better chess, because this is very, very poor chess from my part lately. But yeah, and yeah, I hope you guys are excited for the matches that I'm gonna show you from the tournament. And yeah, this was the big announcement, and I'm very excited, and hopefully I will be able to show you some nice games. But yeah, this was it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in like 2 or 3 weeks. Bye bye.